to your host, Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host, Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively.
I am Jennifer Elverton from the Artist Angle Gallery, and you are watching Good Morning Frederick.
Good morning, Frederick. Today is Monday, March 3rd. Oh, my little thing is in the way. There we go. I'm your host, Dani Gurry. Welcome to March. I'm really, really waiting for spring. I can't wait for that to happen. Yesterday was cold. I've been cold since yesterday, so I'm looking forward to the warmer weather. All right, here's a rundown of the show today. Trending stories with Dani and Marco. We're going to do happening. Oh, I forgot to include Pawsome Pets on here. Happening in Frederick. We got all the events. We got Pawsome Pets, even though it's not on the list. It's on my other list. We're going to meet Richard, a 10-month-old Great Pyrenees, and an interview with Jenny and Lauren from the City of Frederick Sustainability Department, talking about if you're a city resident, how you can get free trees. And for residents of Maryland, you can download a coupon for $25 off any tree at some of our local nurseries. And we're going to go over all of that. March's charity is A Mother's Rest. We are going to be talking with them to find out more. I interviewed them on Friday, I think it was. They offer a respite for caretakers, a little getaway, not only in Frederick County, but also locations around the country. It's really quite amazing what they are doing to give back to people who give everything, whether they're caring for a child who has special needs or maybe a parent. It's just, it's amazing. It's really an amazing organization. And I'm excited to introduce you guys to them and to help them out. So all of the merchandise sold in March at the home of Everything Frederick at 401 North Market Street goes to A Mother's Rest this month. So that's really great. All right, still looking to reach our 3,000 watch hours within a 1-year period. So it's kind of a rolling total. We reached 3,000 total watch hours. I'm trying to figure out how YouTube calculates that because we haven't even been on a year. So I would have thought that would have met that threshold. So appreciate you guys doing that work. Apparently YouTube doesn't think we've reached it officially yet. So anyway, you can find us also. Our podcast is on all the podcast platforms, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeart, and other platforms. If you just want to listen, that's great too. We love that. Or actually, you can there's a playlist on YouTube, the podcast YouTube channel. It's kind of a tab right on our page, and you can just push play and listen to the episodes there too. So we do what we can to get you the information, but this show is all about Frederick, and let's go ahead and get this Monday going. can take that off. We want to thank our show sponsor, Rita's of Frederick. Rita's Italian Ice and Frozen Custard open daily, noon to 9 p.m. Did you know they have hot pretzels or iced coffees? They sure do. If you can't get to Rita's, they can come to you. Order on Grubhub, DoorDash, and Uber Eats as well. Rita's also has a mobile unit available to come to an event, or they can cater. They can get you the tubs. You can order 2-gallon sizes. It's so great. Rita's of Frederick is the best. No reason not to have Rita's, of course. 538 West South Street, kind of right where West Patrick, right across from Frederick High. If you haven't been to Rita's yet this season, you got to get there for sure. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to find out what is trending on social media. Also want to let you know, we'll have Cows tickets for the whole season. So if you want Cows tickets, you just have to text Cows to our text line, 888-465-2944. And I'd love to send you to the Cows game. We had a good time this weekend, and we'll talk about that in happening in Frederick. All right, let's go ahead and find out what's trending on the internet.
Hey, and welcome to the show here. It is Trending Stories. Can you believe we're already in March? And that's why I've got the Maryland hat on for March Madness. Will they make the tournament? Who knows? Because they're not really doing well right now. But they lost. The one game that I watched was against Michigan State, where they lost on a buzzer beater, which was super fun to watch with a bunch of people from Michigan. So.
Well, at least we have a team in this state of basketball doing well, because the Wizards are really the only thing they've done is beat the Nets, which was fun because a good friend of mine loves the Nets. So
who loves the Nets? I'd like to meet this friend of yours. Well, here's the thing. There's been a little bit of sports news. Obviously, the Combine's going on. If you missed it, the Washington Commanders signed Deebo Samuels of the San Francisco 49ers, and it's mixed reviews. A lot of the mixed reviews being from people outside of the area here. Listen, to be honest with you, Deebo Samuels instantaneously becomes the second best receiver that we have on the team, and better than everybody else that we had last year. So whether you love him or you hate him or you think, we just gave away a 5th-round draft pick to pick up Deebo Samuel, and we're not picking anybody up in the 5th round as good as him. So for me, it's a home run signing by Adam Peters. I think the Skins, the Commanders, are going to be very active in the post NFL Combine draft, and then into free agency. So, but that's a huge signing that instantly gives us another weapon for Jaden Daniels, and I'm super excited about next year. And of course, if you're a big Capitals fan, the Ovi watch is on. He's very close to breaking the record against from Wayne Gretzky. For the amount of goals scored. Here's the funny thing. The Capitals are having one of the best seasons ever, and I finally got my cable back on, and I'm able to, and the 2 games that I watched, we've gotten blown out. So I'm apparently the bad luck charm.
Cut that off now. You're the reason.
So I'm going to stop watching Capitals. The first game I tuned into, they lost 4-1, which they haven't lost. And then I watched the loss of it, and I'm like, okay, every time I look at the Capitals game, they end up losing. Ovi scored another goal last night, which means he's one step closer. So congratulations. The Ovi Watch is officially on. Make sure you hit share, like, comment, follow, do all of the things here for this video that you can, so we can have it go out almost anywhere in the entire world. Dani Gurry joins us from Good Morning Frederick. Good morning, Dani.
Good morning. And, got to congratulate the McLarens. McLaurin, how do you say Terry's last name? Yeah. They got married. So I saw a wedding picture from them. So getting everything taken care of. So focus on the season coming soon and just getting ready to get back into it.
Yeah, well, I can't wait for football season to start. Obviously, free agency starts here in a couple days. The draft happens, I think, April 28th-ish, somewhere around there. So lots to do there. But what's funny is this is the second year. Last year I wasn't really sure with Adam Peters exactly how he was going to be. This is the first year I'm not worried at all. I'm not watching the draft. I'm not, because it's in good hands. Adam Peters is such a good GM. I'll just surprise me the day of the draft. Because I used to be like, we got to get this guy. And man, if we can get this guy, it's like, I know he's working 24/7 and he's going to have another amazing draft. I don't even care about anything. I'll watch and appreciate. That's the first time in about 25 years I can say that.
Well, in our local sports, our Frederick Flying Cows opened up this last weekend, Friday night and Sunday afternoon, won both games pretty handily. There's some new players on our roster as well, and we played a new team out of Bowie, Maryland, and they're going to be our closest rival, apparently. We play them 6 times, I think. And then we played maybe it was just this week. It was the Jersey Shore Breaks, I think is what their names were. So there's some new teams in the TBL, and we're liking the way our Flying Cows look.
Boy, the Shore Breaks, they must be running out of names for teams. Well, they better have some sort of maybe a naming contest or something.
You can't name anything. It's all got to be inanimate objects now because you don't want any controversy years from now.
Yeah, sooner it'd be the Bowie table or the Anaheim chairs. I mean, and then even then it's like, oh, well, you don't like recliners? And then you got a big problem there. So... well, that's good. Let's jump into the stories that you may have missed here for your trending stories. Make sure you hit share, like, comment, interact. Let us know what you think about some of these stories, if you love them or you hate them. I do want to see what's going on here. I don't know if you've all watched this, but this is before we get to this, actually, it's a pretty insane world we live in which now every time Bill Maher talks, I'm like on his side. I don't know at what point Bill Maher became a conservative, or at least to that, but I mean, every time this guy says something, he's saying it in the right way. Now, this podcaster's trying. Well, here, I'll just play it for you, and then we'll react to it. But it's pretty incredible here. So check it out.
You want the government to ban gender affirming care for kids?
You want to lose every election. Just keep coming down on the side of parents coming in second in a who gets to decide what goes on with my kid contest.
First of all, there are also really important surgeries that people get for their heart, and they go wrong, and somebody dies. And nobody says we must stop the cardiologists. No one says we must stop the surgeons.
Wait a minute. This is the best part.
Well, my analogy is only that. Wait, let me finish. You gotta go. That's good. That's it. You're just leaving.
Yeah.
He's leaving.
Bill Maher, everybody.
Thank you.
That was such a dumb argument that Bill Maher said, I had enough. You're going to compare gender affirming surgery on children to somebody having a heart transplant or a heart operation that goes a little bit bad or has some ill effects. It's insane.
Insanity. And I think this is, I know why you left, because when you cannot ration with people who are irrational, and you can't reason with them, and you can't even have a good deep discussion. So
it's insane. I mean, you're right. You can't even have. This guy. The scary thing is, with a straight face, is comparing open heart surgery or heart operations to gender affirming care to kids, usually under the age of 12. So it's just. Yeah. I mean, like you said, man, it's insane, and good for Bill Maher for being like, you know what, we're done with the conversation. I don't even know how that conversation started, but
me neither.
pretty insane to see that. So here's another story that it's just incredible. And again, I'm going to want to get too political here. I guess you can make a political statement, but let me play the actual audio, and then I'm going to describe what they're talking about here. This is insanity.
My condolences and all of our thoughts are with the family of the individual whose life has been lost.
Our thoughts and prayers are with the family and friends of the individual who's been lost.
So our condolences go to the individual who was killed tonight.
So who was the individual that was killed? It was actually the person that stabbed a bunch of people. What are we doing here? Our condolences to the person that actually stabbed everybody because we had to shoot and kill him. Where are we living currently?
Yeah. So I pray to God that the police don't get in trouble for saving people's lives and taking this guy out. And the fact that they're saying condolences to them, my goodness, what is going on?
Yeah, I mean, seriously, can you? I don't understand I don't know. It's so weird because to apologize to what's his name? Who the person that is done? I'm trying to find another.
We don't know.
I want you to contrast that video with apologizing to somebody who stabbed a bunch of people, that was trying to kill a bunch of people, and that was in Boston. Here is one of my favorite videos. I don't know if you ever saw this. Let me play it for you.
Which homeowner shot at him? I guess they think that they did something wrong, which they did not. If somebody's breaking in your house, you're more than welcome to shoot them in Santa Rosa County. We prefer that you do, actually. So whoever that was, you're not in trouble. Come see us. We have a gun safety class we put on every other Saturday, and if you take that, you'll shoot a lot better, and hopefully you'll save taxpayers money.
So as a sheriff in Florida, the contrast between that guy's also on saying they shot somebody. He's like, the reporter's like, you shot this guy 67 times. Do you think that was an unusual amount of force? And it's like, well, he killed a police officer, and we would have shot him more, but we ran out of bullets. I mean, it's just crazy from Florida to Boston, the amount of, but to apologize to somebody who is trying to kill people because you had to put them down. And listen, I'm not advocating for killing people for no reason, but there's not no reason here. This person was obviously insane, trying to kill people, putting everybody in harm's way. And sometimes when you do that, you pay the ultimate price. And I don't know about apologizing for it. It's insane.
No, I don't get it. I really don't.
All right.
I thought they may have gotten the wrong people. I thought maybe they're just confused about who's passed. I don't know.
Unfortunately, they weren't. It's just an incredible thing.
Terrible.
All right. So I don't know if you saw this over the weekend. This is crazy, though. Check this out.
What the fuck is going on?
This is at a national cheerleading event. You could see the mass chaos in Dallas. There was a stampede. People thought there was a shooter. Now, it turns out, from what I gathered of this, it was just a couple of dads fighting over nachos. Which, listen, I mean, it's not funny. No one got hurt from the trampling and the running out, but this is the day and age that we live in. The entire arena emptied because there was a big melee going on over the nacho stand. I'm not even sure how it happened or what happened. We can laugh about it now because nobody was hurt. But boy, they thought there was an active shooter. None of that. Just a couple of guys not agreeing on who had the best kids in gymnastics, I guess.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of stress that goes on at these competitions, and I guess the dads are just all riled up. But yeah, terrible that somebody did yell shooter.
Is that what they did?
I think somebody did yell it, but it like anything, it rippled through, and unfortunately in this day and age, it is something people, are obviously very, very susceptible to.
Sure.
And but to find out it all came down to two dads getting mad at one another.
Clearing an entire arena. Can you imagine? Now, here's how my mind thinks. This is terrible. Imagine the dad that has to explain to the wife, who is also there, why they got into a fight, and the entire arena had to clear, and to explain to their babies why they can't go back on stage and cheer. That guy is in the doghouse at least a year.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I don't even know.
Babe, I wanted cheese. This guy took all the cheese. Then we started duking it. There's nothing you can say to your wife at that point. The entire arena,
can you imagine,
cleared out.
You know how much money has been invested to get to that point, and how much money they probably traveled from out of town, staying at a hotel, and that's it. Done because there wasn't enough nacho cheese on your freaking
Oh, dude. Not good. Not good.
Not good at all.
Yeah, I always wonder in the back of my mind, like, what are we actually doing here? All right, well, this is something here that you brought into the table, so can you set this up for us here?
Okay, I love this guy. This showed up on my feed. Actually, one of the videos, and then I had to go look at his page. First, just play it, and then we'll talk about what this guy does.
Hey, Russell, again. I see that stamp right there, man. Honor roll. Let's go. You keep up the hard work, bro.
I will.
So look, you're gonna get $100, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
And you get to grab whatever you want.
So this convenience store, and you can let it play. Look what this kid grabs when he says you can get whatever you want.
Eggs, which is probably the most expensive thing in there.
Right.
Russell,
And you know
there you
those
go.
are for his mom.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So this convenience store rewards kids in the neighborhood for getting on the honor roll by giving them $100 cash.
That's pretty awesome.
And allowing them to pick whatever they want from the store. And actually, this is Russell's second honor roll. The first video I saw was his first time, and he grabbed 3 packages of like Nerds and Airheads, and that was it. And he got the $100. So what a way to make your community better, stronger, smarter, having kids work to achieve something. This guy is great, and his whole feed is full of rewarding the kids in the neighborhood.
That's incredible. That's really a cool thing. That's a lot of money, too, to be given out. But, I mean, that is... Well, if more people would do that, I mean, that's pretty insane. That's a pretty big incentive, too. $100 for a kid who's like, looks like they're probably about 12 or 13.
Yeah.
Big time.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, if you make sure the kids in your neighborhood are educated and doing well in school, they're less likely to get into trouble, hang out, cause trouble in the neighborhood, more apt to protect you if anything was to go awry. So I think it's a good investment. I don't know.
Talking about going awry, one of the biggest stories over the weekend, I don't know if you saw the Trump, Zelensky, J.D. Vance
How could you avoid it?
melee. Obviously, party lines split. Pretty much all the conservatives saying that's exactly what should have happened. All the Democrats saying justice can't be whatever. But you wonder what happened, because Zelensky goes into this meeting with his chest puffed out and expecting certain things, and you just wonder where it went sideways. And then I saw this Fox Report News, which is insane. I want to play it, and then I want you to realize kind of probably how this happened and where it all started.
Were saying after their meeting with Zelensky right before the Oval Office, these Democrats that he met with were telling him to not accept the deal. Don't go to the Oval Office and sign anything with Trump. And so they kind of, I believe that the way Goodwin describes it, they let him off a cliff. And they did.
Yeah, they did. But
after they had all agreed in principle to the deal. And let's not forget, this is the collusion. We spent how many years talking about freaking collusion? And
so what they're talking about is Zelensky met with, it doesn't say what Democrats, but a bunch of Democrats telling him after there was already a deal on the table, because if you were, I don't know if you heard the story is like everything is, we tidied it all up. We've agreed on everything. Zelensky wants to come in person and sign the minerals deal for whatever, which I think is great. Listen, if we're going to be spending billions of dollars and putting manpower and stuff, we should get paid back somehow. We're not the police of the whole entire world. So, and obviously I know that's just my opinion, and I'm totally fine with that just being my opinion. But if it's the whole deal is ready to go, and then all of a sudden it just all breaks loose, you wonder, well, what happened? Well, meeting with people saying, don't sign it, don't take no for an answer, go in there with a stern. They sent this guy in to be slaughtered, really.
Well, I have now, of course, gone down the Zelensky rabbit hole and the whole Russia, Ukraine, U.S. rabbit hole.
Oh, yeah, I've been down that one.
Educating myself now on this entire, conflict, which actually started in 2014. And the whole reason it started is because the U.S. promised Russia and NATO that no countries would be added to NATO east of where they already were. And
Correct.
We broke that several times, allowing countries like Georgia right on the Russian border, and another country as well I can't think of right now off the top of my head. But I'm very disappointed, actually, because our country, on the back side of things and in the closed door areas, I think causes more conflicts than we save. And
I agree.
I think we did dirty. We broke the promise, and then we propped up this actor/comedian who we basically helped to overthrow the government and put him in it. And here's where we are. I mean, I'm baffled at when people don't look deeper in to see this seems odd. Why has this guy got a $14 million house in Florida? Why are they putting him on the cover of Vogue and all these magazines? Why? The propaganda machine is running hard and fast, and you have to wonder why. People who aren't questioning anything right now are it trips me out. I don't understand it, because I'm questioning everything.
Yeah, you cannot go wrong by questioning everything. Everything you said there is 100% correct. If you do a little bit of research, you start to find a lot of stuff out, which is why, again, I don't like being the police of the world. I think the United States should mind their own business. It's why a lot of other countries hate us. And you're like, well, why would you hate us? We don't really do anything. And then behind the scenes, you see all the stuff that we are involved with, hopefully paring the government down, getting rid of waste and abuse and fraud, and all the stuff that they're trying to do now is going to stop 90% of this corruption. But we'll see. If it does that in the end, for sure.
I do love how he was dressed to go see the president.
Oh, he dressed up. Oh, Donald Trump said twice, well, you dressed up to see us.
And then I also heard, and I didn't watch the whole thing back to confirm this, that he called J.D. Vance J.D. He didn't call him Mr. Vice President, and both J.D. Vance and Donald Trump were calling him Mr. President. He called JD by his name, apparently.
He certainly had a chip on his shoulder, and he threw a couple of barbs out there. He talked over Donald Trump it was definitely, listen, I mean, whatever happened at the end, I mean, it doesn't look great for America. Yeah. It doesn't look great for the news. I mean, to try to litigate in front of the U.S. media, which has never been done, it's just not a good look for anybody, and nobody really wins in this situation. But it is a nice peek into the door of what somebody's thinking, how they react, and how they act. And maybe now people will say, well, hold on a second. I did see today where it was like 7% of people thought that helping Ukraine was a bad idea, or it's too much money, whatever. Back in 2016 or 17, they just took the survey yesterday, and over 50% of Americans now think it's just too much. We just can't do it. So when you see it in your face and you see the actual behind the scenes, maybe people step back and say, hey, wait a minute, let's figure out what's going on here and why this guy expects all of this stuff and is not really being thankful in any great way.
Well, immediately I thought he sounded like a spoiled teenager, basically.
Yeah, that's exactly how they explained it. So, all right, that's your trending stories here for this Monday morning. Thank you so much for spending time with us. Dani, what are you working on the show here later on today?
Well, we got, of course, Pawsome Pets, so we can get your next adoptable friend for that. And we're talking Sustainable Frederick. If you're a city resident or actually a resident of the state of Maryland, you can get some money to plant some trees. And we love that, too. And we'll talk with the girls from that department in the city of Frederick today.
I love it. All that coming up here in just a couple minutes on Good Morning Frederick. Make sure you follow Dani all over the internet, and you watch the show here. Hit share, like, comment, and share this to your friends as well as we get it all out. Your trending stories here for this Monday. Thank you so much for checking us out. We appreciate you being right here on Good Morning.
Trending steady. It's trending on Twitter.
It's huge.
It's trending all over the internet. The trending stories. Get your blood going for this week. We're going to take a quick break, and then we are going to be right back. We're going to meet Richard, our Pawsome pet. We're going to talk about all the events in Frederick, and we got Jenny and Lauren from the City of Frederick Sustainability Department. All of that comes right after this.
There's no more essential piece of jewelry than your wedding band, and Colonial Jewelers Wedding Band Weekend is the best time to get one. Enjoy the area's largest selection of quality, made-to-last wedding bands in every price range and style, and all on sale. Save an extra $100 on your purchase when you book an appointment and take advantage of our special financing options. Colonial Jewelers Wedding Band Weekend, March 20th through 22nd. The Colonial Jewelers box. There's just more in it.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Travel better with Antietam World Travel Service, your gateway to worry-free journeys. With their extensive network, unmatched experience, and personalized services, you can explore the world with confidence and ease. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com now and get started on your dream vacation. Well, I was too quick on the trigger on that one. We will make that up to the real estate goddess, Shannon Flannery, after the next break. But first, we got to get to happening in Frederick. All right, Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Atlas Wood Floors, serving the area for more than 34 years. They do wood floors, luxury vinyl plank, anything you can put on your floor, they can handle. Call them today, 301-948-9663, or go to atlaswoodfloors.net. We're going to quickly highlight some of the events for this week that you're going to want to know about. You can bid on the artwork from the African Americans of Excellence exhibit at 32auctions.com/AAOE25. The event is coming up this week. March 2nd through 15th is Frederick Bites and Bevs. It is like restaurant week, week 1, and then week 2 is collab week. You got to go to bitesandbevsfrederick.com for reservations and menus. March 3rd to 7th, just an FYI, the Frederick Visitor Center is closed for some new exhibits to be installed. March 4th, joint ribbon cutting for our friends, the Midnight Baker and Pumpkin Peasant Pierogi. That's at Maryland Bakes on West Patrick Street. March 5th, there is some networking at the home of everything Frederick, 401 North Market Street. It's called Cocktails and Conversations. It's a great time. Invite you to join us. And from 6 to 8 on March 5th is the African Americans of Excellence exhibit, reception, and auction. It's at Warehouse Cinemas. It is free to attend. We would love to see you there. March 5th through 19th is the Unity Campaign for 37 of our local nonprofits. We will be talking to Aaron Lawson about that coming up. March 6th is Boomtown, one of 2 movie nights at Warehouse Cinemas. You can attend the 5 or the 6. I believe the 7:15 is sold out. That is there, and you have to buy the tickets through the Boomtown website. So you're going to have to go on social media, search Boomtown Frederick, and you'll find it there. March 8th, 9th, 15th, and 16th is the Maple Syrup Festival at Cunningham Falls State Park. And then March 8th is a lot of great stuff going on. Leprechaun Luau, the Murder Mystery Party at Dragon Distillery, and I'm on WFRE from 3 to 7. Love for you to tune in then. March 9th, you got to go see the boats because I think they come out the 8th, and voting finishes on the 9th. And I'm not sure if you were aware, but every boat is tied to a nonprofit, and those nonprofits are trying to raise money, obviously, and they raise money through your votes. So vote now, find your favorite, and help one of our local organizations. March 13th is the second showing of Boomtown at Warehouse Cinemas. March 14th is Dinner in the Dark, and that will be hosted by yours truly. We'll be out there to have dinner at Walkersville Fire Hall to raise money for Leader Dogs for the Blind. I'm really looking forward to that event. And also, there is a bingo to raise money for the American Cancer Society and Relay for Life, and that is at the Elks. March 15th, we will be doing your full rundown of St. Patrick's Day things, but the 20th annual Retro Prom is happening at William Talley Rec Center. And March 15th and 16th is your 50th annual Home and Garden Expo at the fairgrounds. That gives you a great idea of what is coming up. If you want to see all the events, you need to go to promocircus.com or just click on the link that is in the description of this video and you will see them all. All right, coming up next, we got Pawsome Pets. We got Richard, a 10-month-old Great Pyrenees. And we've got Jenny and Lauren from the City of Frederick Sustainability Department to talk about trees for your home. All of that right after this.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shining finally beyond compare.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art Splatter Room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're right here in Frederick. A&S Construction specialize in roofing and siding. They also can take care of your windows and gutters, and they can also build you a new patio or deck. They do it all pretty much on the exterior of your home. If you need anything done, call A&S Construction, 301-703-2157. Or you can email info@ansconstruction.net. Remember, because you watch Good Morning Frederick, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Just let Sandra know you saw her on Good Morning Frederick. And there is the number and the email address. Screenshot it and contact Sandra today so that you can get your house taken care of for when the nice weather comes. All right, let me look. Okay, here we go. We're going to meet Richard from the Frederick County Animal Control.
Meet Richard, this week's Pet of the Week. Before arriving at FCAC, Richard and his brother Zion were being trained to work on a farm. Unfortunately, their owner decided he had enough dogs and relinquished them to the shelter. Richard is only 10 months old and is a purebred Great Pyrenees. He weighs just under 100 pounds and still has some growing to do. Richard is a true gentle giant. He is very affectionate and loves to be pet. He and his brother can be adopted together if they continue their work on a farm. However, if they are kept as companion animals, it may be best to separate them because they tend to get into squabbles in smaller spaces. Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center is open Monday through Saturday. If you're interested in meeting Richard or any other animal at the shelter, please make a reservation at visit fcac.as.me or give us a call at 301-600-1546 and we would be happy to make that reservation for you.
Oh my goodness. A purebred Great Pyrenees, 2 of them at our shelter. Oh, that makes me so sad. Somebody, please, who has a farm, go get these working dogs a place to live. You can take both Richard and his brother. If you have a big property, they would be amazing watchdogs. All right, let's talk about who is doing good in our neighborhood. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Dublin Roasters, the Frederick Coffee House fueled by love and positivity. Visit Dublin Roasters at 1780 North Market Street or at DublinRoastersCoffee.com, where you can have coffee shipped directly to your door. All right, we got Jenny and Lauren from the City of Frederick Sustainability. They're going to talk about free trees, well, not free, discounted trees for Frederick City residents and the state of Maryland residents. Let's find out all about it. Yeah, Frederick does a lot for its residents, and I love this program. I'm speaking with Jenny Willoughby today. You are the City of Frederick Sustainability Manager. Welcome to Good Morning Frederick.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Great to have you. You know, you guys have been doing this program for how long?
We're in our 6th year this year. Yeah.
Okay. So this year is the first year I've actually taken advantage of it. So maybe a little bit of background on why, what this program is called, why the City of Frederick is really interested in this program, and then we'll talk about how people can take advantage of it.
Sure. It's called Tree Frederick, and the program has it's kind of grown since it started. We started out just wanting to see how many people were interested in getting trees, and it's a 50-50 cost share. So we pick up half the cost and the homeowner picks up the rest. They're all containerized trees, so it makes it really easy for homeowners to pick them up and plant them. So you don't have to dig a huge hole. They're easy to transport. They're easy to carry. This year's plants are all 3-gallon pots, so easy to maneuver into your vehicle. We do have a limit of 3 trees and we also have a new way of signing up here.
Lauren, thank you for joining us too as the outreach coordinator. Okay, Lauren, walk us through these trees and what's great about each one of them.
Sure. So this is just a sample of some of the trees that we're offering this year. But these are our best sellers every year. We have our Eastern Redbud to start, which is just a spring favorite because it usually flowers first in the spring. And it's kind of like our signal of, hey, spring's here. Hummingbirds are very attracted to them. They have these beautiful heart-shaped leaves that turn yellow in the fall. And they're just overall a really beautiful flowering tree. Then, of course, we have the dogwood. This one's a little bit different.
One of my favorite trees, though. Yeah.
They're lovely, but they need shade. So if you have a shady spot in your backyard, this might be the tree for you. And they're known to attract and support different woodpeckers and butterflies as well. These are actually... The white petals are not actual flower petals. They're called bracts. So that's one little fun fact about them. And then we have service berries. If you love birds, plant a service berry. They will go absolutely crazy for these when the berries come out in the summer. And they don't grow too tall. They end up being anywhere between 15 and 20 feet in maturity. Actually, that's the case for most of the trees here, with the exception of the Eastern Red Cedar and the American Holly off to the side. Those two are beautiful and evergreen, but they do grow a little bit taller. It just takes them a while to get there. They grow a little more slowly. But if you're looking for something to add to your yard that adds some interest and color in the winter, these two are excellent choices, especially the Eastern Red Cedar. These blue berry-like cones come out in the winter, and they're real neat.
I love that. I love that. And my dad's got 2 huge holly trees. I can't even call them a bush anymore, and they probably are close to 40 feet. But it's great. He trims them at the bottom, so you almost have a nice shade. It's really great. Yeah.
Yeah, and like Jenny was saying, if you're fortunate enough to have a large backyard, we highly recommend planting oak trees. Oaks have been shown in studies to support over 500 species of moths and butterflies.
Wow.
Yeah, and then you have to think about all the things that go on to then eat and consume those moths and butterflies. So that's having a cascading effect helping our bird species, helping other types of wildlife. And it just is overall a very mighty tree for our ecosystem. So if you have space for it, plant
So
it.
how much space do you need for a tree of this size, or do you recommend for people?
I can
Jenny.
jump in. Yeah. So oaks do need quite a bit of space. I would say, plant it 20 to 25 feet away from your house if you can. One of my favorite oaks is the swamp white oak, and it's really because it has these pretty big acorns. The shape of it is really nice. It has sort of a pyramidal shape, and the leaves are very thick and have sort of a fuzzy back on them. So it's got like a really nice thick shade. So if you're looking for a really good shade tree, it's a nice option. But yeah, these are going to get pretty big. You need about 30 to 40 feet for the canopy to spread out. So if you have one of those larger yards, maybe an oak and then some understory things planted later on. But if you have a smaller yard or you have utility conflicts, those smaller species that Lauren was talking about, those are perfect too.
Yeah, excellent.
And then I don't know if this interests you.
Good.
This is kind of a walkthrough what the platform actually looks like. So it's pretty easy to use our new platform to buy a tree. You start by typing in your address, and then it'll give you the option to outline your home. This is just so that it doesn't suggest that you plant a tree right up to the side of your house, since you always want to leave a little bit of buffer space. Once you've outlined your home, then you pick your tree, and it actually allows you to place it in a spot, and it'll show you what the estimated energy savings will be once that tree reaches maturity. And so when we're thinking about how to save money, which everyone's trying to do nowadays, this tool will actually give you an idea of what those cost savings will be in the long run. After you've picked and placed your trees, you simply pay and come and pick them up at Harry Grove Stadium on March 29th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Jenny and I will both be there wearing some really fun aprons, ready to give you your tree to plant this spring.
Yeah, it's awesome. It was so easy to use, to be honest. And I kept going back and forth trying to figure out like which trees, what do we want, what colors. But the information was so great on the website. And so
one of the main reasons that we're doing this program is because Frederick has a tree canopy of about 20%. So our tree canopy cover for the city is 20%. And our goal is to be at 40% by 2030. Our tree canopy assessment always shows that the majority of our canopy is in residential areas, but it's also where we have the most potential for growth. So that's why we really want homeowners to plant trees wherever they can, even if it's a smaller tree. We would love to see an oak, but if you don't have space for that, we completely understand. Or if you have utility conflicts, things like that, no worries at all. Even a small tree can count towards that.
So this program is for city residents. So I think it's great value. It's going to help the environment. It's going to help cut energy costs, and they're beautiful. So, if you can, I know a lot of us live in communities that are HOA. So if you need approval, you're going to have to get that. But really just a great opportunity to add some dimension to your property. So now, do you guys sell out? Is there a
okay. Last year we sold out on the last day, but if we sell out before then, we'll have to cut it off. Our last sales day, I believe, is March 15th. There is a program through the state of Maryland called Marylanders Plant Trees. So if you are interested in other trees that we don't offer, there's a $25 coupon for a $50 tree. It's got to be $50 or more. And you can go to one of the 3 participating nurseries in the county, and you can go onto the Marylanders Plant Trees website, and you can get the coupon. You can figure out which nurseries are there, and they'll also give you a tree species list of the native trees that you could potentially plant.
So there you go. So not only could you get the 3 from this city program if you get them before they sell out, but then you could add a 4th at a discount as well, almost 50% off, which is excellent. Thank you, ladies, very much.
Thank you for having us. And we're here as a resource as well, so you can reach out to either one of us. We can answer questions about how to use the tool. If you have questions about what specific tree and you just aren't sure which to decide, please feel free to reach out to us. We can answer those questions.
Awesome. Well, we thank you guys very much. And you guys have a wonderful day. And thanks so much for making the time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Awesome. All right. That's great. A great opportunity to get some trees for your home. Very discounted. All right. I want to thank you guys for watching. Tune in each morning at 9 a.m. or watch anytime on YouTube. Share out some of those segments. If you see something interesting, let other people know. We've talked about that's the whole point of Good Morning Frederick, is to give these people some exposure. We really appreciate all of that. Have a great day. Let's get out there and let's be great, Frederick, because that's how we are every single day. Have a great